Already day 18, meal 3 here. We're doing a little bit of cooking as we go, and I got a little hungry. I'm having right here the bowl of chicken soup that I talked about. Kind of dropped the camera there for a second. So the bowl of chicken soup has about a half a breast of chicken. I had, remember Zohara the other day? I had a remaining one patty of falafel, and I have a tiny speck of feta, and having about 4 tablespoons of hummus. I got just a little bit hungry, so I'm going to give myself a little bit more energy. We're coming into the afternoon. We're going to be teaching some classes. I know I'm going to need maybe a little bit more fuel. Okay, chopped up some more celery, some more lettuce, put in the soup. I added some parsley, and I added all of my greens, the mix of greens that has everything in it: Swiss chard, arugula, spinach, collard greens, all this green nutrient I want. Added a few carrots. My kids are going to be eating the soup tonight, so I washed 2 potatoes, and then I quartered them and then cut them in half so they're not too small. They're very easy to find. They're very easy to pick out. For the part that I'm having the broth. I want some of the nutrients from the potato, but I don't want to eat the whole potato because it's too sugary for me. My kids like them. They'll probably eat them. Savannah will probably have some potato too. All right, so this is meal 3. I'm feeling super, super good. Very energetic, doing amazingly well. And I can see the pets are very interested. They want some soup. Whenever you start making soup, they start coming around even more than what they already do. I think they like the idea of the soup. I think they know, because whenever they get the soup, they eat it right down. Both cat and dog love soup. That must be saying something. Okay, so here we are, meal 3. I don't have much more to say. We've got to run and get ready to teach class. I do know this. Our intention forms the foundation of every creative process. Anything that we see in the universe that has been created started from a place of a thought that then eventually turned into something that we can actually see. So if I align my mind with the intention to be in balance, to give my body the tools that it needs to bring itself to balance the way that it already knows how and is always working to do, when I align myself with the symptoms instead of against the symptoms, so if I listen to symptoms like we talked like 1 or 2 videos ago, how like it would be completely ridiculous if you hear this in the middle of the night, someone, yelling for help, and you look and they're in a burning building and the building's on fire and they're on the top floor and they're screaming for help. It would be completely ridiculous if people were like, call the police because the person's waking them up. Or you try to help the person, right? You don't try to shut them up. You don't yell, hey, be quiet, we're trying to sleep. The house is on fire. So same way, when we have symptoms, for instance, high blood sugar, high A1C, and some of the physical symptoms that sometimes are associated with that, or any physical symptom, wouldn't it be a better idea, instead of trying to shut the symptom up by covering it up with some form of medicine, instead of treating the symptom, that we actually listen to the symptom, that we actually then do what we can do to put the fire out? In particular, inflammation in our body. Let's say that that's like a fire. Things are heating up. Wouldn't it be better to remove the fuel to the fire? So the most basic fuel for the fire of inflammation in our body is sugar, and all the extra sugar that we keep piling on. If we keep throwing wood on a fire, we can't expect that it's going to go out. If we're the ones throwing wood on the burning building, we can't expect for people in it to stop crying for help. We certainly don't want to solve the problem by trying to shut them up. How about we stop throwing wood on the fire and we actually get some help and we listen to the calls for help? Our symptoms, I'm saying, are like these calls for help. All right. So we're listening. You're with me, right? We're listening, and we're opening to the communication that our body is presenting us, and we are giving our body what it actually needs, instead of throwing stuff in our body that it can't use, that it doesn't know what to do with, we're actually doing something, and it all starts with our intention. Okay, stay with me. See you in a couple hours.